Hello and welcome. I'm Arumba. Thank you for joining me. Let's just call this like episode 0.1 because I'm already running into some problems. Like I said, it's a complicated mod to get working, and I've made a couple mistakes. So first off, I want to point out that there's three things that came up that are important. So I was right in the very end of the last video where I mentioned that this Project Balance Viet Events for Immersion mod should not be included because it is events for the immersion version of it. So unnecessarily complicated in my opinion. But whatever. So let's go through then, and I'm going to delete Viet Events for Immersion, both the folder and the mod file. Let's get rid of those. Next up is I was also wrong about this not needing to download Somewhat More Historical. That is actually, in fact, not included. It says in order to use Project Balance plus Somewhat More Historical, you need to first download and install Somewhat More Historical. Excellent. So let's do that. So I've downloaded Somewhat More Historical by clicking this link here. Now it is over here, and so we need this file here. We take this thing here and we put it over into the mod folder. Excellent. Ta-da! Okay. Wow, that's a lot of stuff. Okay, so now we've got that mod. So that was the item number two. Item number three is that if you do not have all of the portrait packs, you're going to run into problems that are going to cause crash to desktop issues. I have most of them, not all of them. So what I'm going to have to do is actually go back to the download page. We're going to have to go back to Viet, right? So that's here. And I uncovered this down here in the how to install area. It says if you do not have all the portrait DLCs, the folder titled Portrait DLC Fix in the Customizations option folder, follow the instructions. Don't worry about this if you have all the portrait DLCs. Number one cause of crash desktops. Here's the problem, is that darn file wasn't included in this special download Project Balance update, so we need to download this one as well. Let's go ahead and do that. On episode 0, and I'm already having to post new problems. Right, so now we'll open up that. So this has like the project all these things that were in there. Remember a second ago I said that it was just the files, that other link here. This one was just the files you needed. Well, that's these. But what we need is we actually need to go up a level, and we need this customizations options portrait fix. And goodness gracious, there's so much stuff. Portrait DLC fix for Project Balance. Okay, so what do you want me to do with that? If you do not have them all, see the portrait, see the title, follow the instructions. Naturally. Where are my instructions? They're probably portrait fix instructions.txt. This is for users who do not have the portrait DLCs and thus have issues with some of the new portrait sets in-game that utilize these DLCs. Blah blah blah. If you do not, specifically, these folders should be replaced. Project, Balance, Viet, Immersion. I'm not using Immersion. Okay. Okay, good. Well, apparently, I mean, that must not have been why I had the crash desktop. Must have been because I didn't have Somewhat More Historical. But, so anyway, I did want to point it out, though, in case you, I don't know, end up playing with Immersion. It's just another common problem. So that pretty much wraps that up. So that is all I have to say about that. Continue to discuss. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you soon.